can't see. Hold on.
What is up, everyone? So, it has been a wild weekend, and it's going to be a wild week of cold. It is currently -2 outside, and the temp inside is
55 degrees in the greenhouse.
Yeah.
Inside the greenhouse.
So, it almost feels like I want to take some of that mint from down there, some green leaves if there is any. And it doesn't look like there is, but I'd like to make some mojitos, get a tub of sand, and put our bare feet in it and sit here in lawn chairs.
Absolutely.
So it was so cold this weekend. The coldest days we got that we recorded at our house was -17, and it was -17 outside, and the heated with the cable hoop got down to 19 degrees. So I think there was no sun that day, so that didn't help. But I think the only other thing I could have done is had where the heat cable was on all day. But as of now, it didn't hold up. So I think also when I do it in the future, if I go deeper, because then you're gonna have a soil mass holding onto the heat too, and that will help. So let's open everything up and see if everything's still alive, or if anything's growing, because she planted last week.
I planted some greens last week, so I'm excited to see if anything sprouted. I'm not too optimistic that everything did, but I'm excited to see if something's did.
And it's raining again in here. So the onions definitely are taking a hit. I think we're probably going to lose a lot of them that are wilted down by where the bulbs are, but I would say probably about 50%. And we still have the other 50% that are still doing good, so we'll see. It seems like it always takes a couple of days once you get a frost to see what you've lost. Anything that was touching the tunnel definitely got frost bit and died, because we have a lot of tips that are mushy and folded over. But we'll see in a couple of days. By next week we'll know what's going to be alive and what's not, I guess.
So I planted that minutina here, which was supposed to be a cold hardy green, something that I was hoping might sprout before it got too cold, and it really did get cold quite fast this last week. And I see one little sprout, but I'm not sure if it's minutina or weed, because it's the only one I'm seeing. So I hope that it's just the start of it and it's going to be coming up, but I don't know that I got it planted in time, which is kind of a bummer. Our peppers, these stubs that we had trimmed down, they're still really hard. Like, you couldn't just break these off. They're not brittle like they look to be, but they do like they're getting mold and things by the bottom. So we may have to come out and spray them again with that. We were spraying them with hydrogen peroxide and water, just to see if we can kind of keep that mold at bay until we do have warm weather, and hopefully they come back. I don't know that they will, but hopefully they do. The Paris Market carrots, they seem to be doing about the same. The ones that were here are here. It doesn't look like they grew any. It doesn't look like they were hurt any with that cold weather, which is great. And then the other greens I planted, the red Russian kale, the Vit Machi, I don't see anything coming up yet. And I'm just hoping it's a matter of time. It's only been 7 days, so hopefully it still comes up. It just got so cold that I may have just gotten it in a week too late. Nothing from that red streak mustard either. And then I put a couple popsicle sticks just where we had random carrots coming up. Here's where we had planted those carrots, and there's a couple that are still here. So I just put some popsicle sticks around where they're at, just so I didn't lose those in the process. And same with the Celtis, nothing going on yet, but it looks really, really dry over here. The rest of the bed is pretty damp, but it's really dry over here. So we'll have to water in here and see if that helps the Celtis maybe pop up. And I couldn't find too much information about how long it would take to germinate with that, so we'll see. The other peppers, doing about the same as those, and then these radishes look about at the same progress as they were last week, but it doesn't look like the cold weather affected them yet, or we can't tell yet at least. So hopefully those will just hang in there. And our carrots down here, about the same as last week.
Alright, so we got celery down here that's just kind of, I think it's on its last leg. I'm guessing we can pull this. in the next couple of weeks. I'm guessing by the beginning of March we can have plugs, so we can probably start planting pretty soon in the house. Get some plugs ready and start putting those in. This lettuce is also to the point where we both agree I think it's just time to pull it and plant some new ones. So we're going to try doing that also. Doing some seed starts maybe in the house. And once they get started, then plug them, take their plugs and put them in the ground here. And get these going right away. Unless the weather really does turn around for us, we can pull it and then plant seeds right in here and we don't have to do it in the house. But the next week and a half that I can see, it's gonna be cold, so I don't know. This iceberg lettuce is also coming up. It's like it's stunted now with this cold. It just stopped growing pretty much. But if we keep getting nice days like this and it's 55 degrees in here, that's also gonna help out and heat everything up. So keep our fingers crossed on that, and then hopefully that gets going really good. Now, we have the spinach is doing really good. We collected this seed last year, so this was from us that we collected. This is the first time we've ever done this with seeds that we could eat, because we've done it with flowers and such before, but we've never done it with like anything we've ever grown for out of our garden or anything. So that's really cool and really neat. The kids are super excited for it too, because they got to help with a lot of that. So see how long that goes. That seems like it's growing, but also stunted now with this cold. It has little leaves on it, so we'll give it some more time for that. And we got this spinach. It looks about like a quarter of the bed. Probably this end is the only part that's looks like it's you can probably keep and eat off of it. It might turn around yet. I don't think it's quite done, but we might also, you know, once this starts taking over, take all this out and give it to the chickens for a nice treat, but then start planting something else in here too also. Hopefully it doesn't drip on me anymore. That's always the worst, right down the neck every time too. I don't know why that is. So we just noticed that some mustard greens and butter crunch lettuce is coming up. There's sprouts over there. When we were watering, we watered quick. We wanted to make sure everything's got all the water it needs. That's kind of exciting because we didn't know about any of that, so it's all sitting dormant yet.
Yeah, I thought it was long gone, probably molded and yucky in the dirt.
Yeah, so that's pretty cool. So we put some, we didn't do fertilizer on that side at all, so we put some of the, what is that called? Trifecta. We put some of that.
Trifecta, the organic fertilizer from MI Gardner.
Yep.
On that side.
So, see how that all works out. Should go good. We watered it all in, and we watered this side. This side already had trifecta on it from when she planted earlier this last week. So yeah, we'll see how this week goes, and we'll let you guys know if there's another really cold day. I was looking into 1-inch foam insulation with, it's like a tin foil reflected on the one side, and I could do a sheet of that going like this, and I might do that next year, go all the way down and then tape the seams just to see if we can hold in a little bit more heat. So
Yeah.
got some ideas. We'll see how this year goes because of lumber and stuff, but I'm definitely determined to try to figure out what works best for in this zone for us. So, and I know we got a lot of people following us, and thank you and hi. And also thanks for all the subscribers. We got a ton of subscribers, and we've did this for this last Saturday was 1 year.
Yeah, it's been just over 1 year since we started doing YouTube, so.
And it doesn't feel like it.
It doesn't feel like a year. It feels like just another part of our life.
Yeah. So, that's it. If you guys like the content, give it a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe right here. And glad you got to see us again.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay, off to the side though, because that's always the problem. Alright, something's gotta work.